Adipo Labs company has been pursuing health and happy life of mankind, is as company with medical expertise that has played a leading role in the development and manufacture of personal medical household appliances. From obesity treatment equipment using high-frequency to high-frequency hyperthermia treatment equipment with original technology, and we have been researching and developing Remission 1 degree, high-frequency hyperthermia cancer treatment, and continuously try to lead a healthy and happy life, which is the biggest hope of mankind, out of the suffering of disease. What is the high-frequency hyperthermia treatment? It is a treatment method that is effective for various cancer treatment as a principle that generates deep heat through high frequency in cancer cell tissue in the deep part without any physical damage. In particular, Remission 1 degree, developed by Adipo Labs, is as a high-frequency hyperthermia cancer treatment equipment approved by Korean Ministry of Food and Drug Safety. It is stage 4 cancer treatment method that the world is paying attention by immunotherapy, which treats cancer by raise the body temperature of our body through deep heat and increase the number of natural killer immune cells, and by principle, which necrotize the more sensitive cancer cell at heat than normal cells. Remission 1 degree, a high-frequency hyperthermia cancer treatment equipment developed by Adipo Labs, is a treatment method using high-frequency alternating current, which apply an electric current to the human body between two electrodes. When a high frequency is applied to the human body, the bipolar molecules, ions, and electrons in the body have vibratory motion according to the polarity that changes 460 times per second. And as a result, collision and rotation occur between the molecules and generated the frictional heat in the deep part of the human body. When heat is generated in the deep part of the body, as the temperature in the body rises, leukocytes and metabolic enzymes are activated, metabolism becomes active, and all cell and organs function becomes smoothly. Malignant tumors invade surrounding tissues and are transferred to other organs and required high levels of metabolism. However, when heat is generated through deep heat, cancer cells fail to release heat at high temperature and begin to necrotize by thrombus. Hyperthermia treatment is based on the fact that cancer cells reach the lethal temperature more quickly than normal cells. In addition, if NK immune cells activated by Remission 1 degree high-frequency heat are found in cancer cell, it will inject with perforin according to kind of cancer and environment, and dissolve cytoplasm and inject apoptosis, moisture and ions, etc., which induce cancer cell suicide, and cancer is suppressed through necrosis, which causes cancer cells to expand and necrotize. On September 22, 2017, the Remission 1 degree special seminar was held by Research Institute of Biomedical and Biotechnology at Sault Ste. Mary's Hospital of the Catholic University on the theme of the effect of hyperthermia on cancer treatment. In addition, clinical paper of the Korean Society for Thermal Medicine and related cancer scholars are being announced with one after another. The high-frequency hyperthermia cancer treatment equipment Remission 1 degree has been proving the efficacy of hyperthermia treatment and immunotherapy through cancer patients. In the future, from the viewpoint of cancer treatment as well as immunotherapy, it will have results with profound impact on the healthcare and healthcare industry in an aging society.
온열치료의 향후 전망은요, 지금 표준 암 치료가 여러 가지 부작용이 있는데 그 부작용을 줄이면서 암을 치료하는 치료가 이제 나오기를 우리가 기다리고 있습니다. 그런 면에 있어서는 온열치료가 하나의 대안이 되지 않을까 이렇게 생각합니다. 그래서 수술을 못하는 환자분들의 온열치료가 큰 역할을 할 거라고 저는 믿고 있고요. 또 하나는 말기 암 환자에 있어서 면역력이 떨어져서 환자분이 생존이 어려워질 때 온열치료를 함으로써 면역력을 올리고 면역력이 올라가면 환자분들이 더 오래 살 수 있게 되는 거죠. 그런 면에서 우리 온열치료에 미래가 있다고 생각하고요. 마지막으로는 표준 암치료가 전에 말씀드린 것처럼 항암제, 수술, 방사선 치료가 있습니다. 저희 온열치료도 더 열심히 연구하여 표준 암 치료에 포함돼서 우리 인류의 건강을 위해서 큰 역할을 하기를 바랍니다.
Remission 1 Degree Special Seminar of Korean Society for Thermal Medicine became an opportunity for active research on hyperthermia and immunotherapy with experience of deep heat generation of high-frequency hyperthermia treatment equipment and paper presentation. On May 12, 2018, we signed MOU agreement with United World Halal Development, President Mohammed Jinnah at the Lotte Tower in Seoul, to export Remission 1 Degree, a high-frequency hyperthermia treatment equipment for medical devices, to India, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia. Adipo Labs, company that thinks health of mankind top priority, is making a new standard of health and happiness as a leader in medical industry, such as obesity, pain, and cancer treatment using high frequency. The technology evolution of Adipo Labs, recognized by leading domestic and foreign cancer specialists and medical institutions, will continue in the future.
We've talked about cancer before. Let's talk a little bit about hyperthermia. I think we've all heard about hypothermia and what that is. Can you talk about what hyperthermia is, first of all?
Yes, hyperthermia is using heat, using elevated temperature as a method for treating cancer. Hyperthermia, is one of the most ancient methods of healing. It was used thousands of years ago in every medical culture. Greek culture, Ayurvedic medicine, which uses it a lot, Chinese medicine, in naturopathic methods. It was very simple, you went into a hot bath and it increased your body temperature and it had healing effects. It has very unique use in the field of cancer. And we can look at it in some greater detail and see how is hyperthermia used in cancer. First of all, there are two basic categories of hyperthermia. One is local regional hyperthermia, when we produce heat to a certain area of the body, and one is systemic whole body hyperthermia. In Germany, whole body hyperthermia is an established method for treating cancer. In fact, it's paid by German insurance. They pay for every hour of hyperthermia. And it's very widely used. It's used on its own, but it's especially effective with other treatments. Now, how is it used? There are three different levels of hyperthermia. One is a very mild hyperthermia, which is between 37 centigrade and 38.5, between 98.6 and 101. And this level of hyperthermia that you can get when you get into a sauna, into an infrared sauna, into a hot bath for a short time, helps detoxification. It increases the blood flow, there is sweating, and you get an effect of detoxification. It is not warm enough to affect the immune system. The second level is called moderate hyperthermia. It's from 38.5 to 40 degrees, from 101 to 104, 104.5. It's the fever level hyperthermia. And this is the one that can already affect the immune system and change our metabolism. And this kind of hyperthermia is very useful for cancer, because cancer metabolism is different than the metabolism of regular cells. And the last category is the extreme hyperthermia, which is 41.5 or about 106 degrees, done only for an hour and a half. That's a very radical hyperthermia done under intensive care unit environment, and even in Germany done by very few places. It's safe when done in the right place, but obviously it can be dangerous in the same time. So the most popular hyperthermia is a fever level hyperthermia.
And how are those achieved? You talked about the first level just by going into a sauna or a hot bath. How are the other two levels? When you get warmer, how are they applied?
The fever level and the extreme hyperthermia, and the extreme really is extreme, and I don't like to talk about extreme, so I don't recommend it. But let's talk about the physiological fever hyperthermia. It's not readily available in the United States. It's very popular in Germany. It's more a question of having the right equipment here. You go into a bed, it's an infrared bed, that is closed, and there's infrared light, and you actually get warmed up. You have a rectal thermometer that checks your temperature. You get intravenous hydration. And if you work with sophisticated doctors, they can run different intravenous therapies like high dosage vitamin C, high dosage vitamin C plus K, and different nutrients that can manipulate this unique situation of high metabolism. And why? Because cancer cells, most cancer function through a principle called the Warburg effect, anaerobic glycolysis. They produce energy through moving glucose into lactic acid. They don't go into the mitochondria. It's a very inefficient way of producing energy. 2 molecules of ATP instead of 36 when you go through the mitochondria, but you can do it very quickly. So the cells, when they do it, produce a lot of lactic acid, a lot of acidosis, and also a lot of oxidative stress. And because the antioxidant mechanisms are not well developed in the cancer cells, they are more susceptible to heat. So if you can increase the metabolism, and you also can increase by heat, and you increase it by giving certain nutrients, and you do it in conjunction with something like chemotherapy, which is putting additional pressure on the cancer cells, you will get enhanced effect. And I've seen it. I just finished a tour with Dr. Ralph Moss. We visited 7 major hyperthermia clinics in Germany and Austria. And across the board, at least on the acute setting, you definitely see a different response. You see response in patients that don't respond to the same chemotherapy without hyperthermia. So I think it's a wave of the future.
So basically, hyperthermia weakens the cancer cells, and it leaves your other normal cells alone. Correct?
Exactly. And also heat enhances the immune system by producing something called heat shock proteins, which is not the topic of this discussion, but you want to make sure they don't rise too much, and there are certain supplements like curcumin and quercetin that will protect from the possible damage of heat shock protein. So that's one category. The other category is local regional hyperthermia, where you sit on a bed, and certain area there are prompts above your body and under you within the bed, and through radio frequency you hit the specific tissue, and there is an affinity to the cancer tissue, and you hit it up to 106, 107, but it's very localized. It's just for an hour and a half, and the patient doesn't feel anything. It's very easy.
And that would be used for what? A cancer that's in a very specific region? Or?
Yes, it will be used for a cancer within a specific region. Or, for example, if you have liver metastasis, it can also be used with radiation therapy. It enhances radiation therapy, which is well published. For some reason, it hasn't been happening in the United States. There's now some equipment that has been approved in the United States, but I don't think it's as good as the German equipment, the Oncotherm. But the real way to use hyperthermia is to combine both, the local and the systemic. The systemic is probably more important than the local, but it's more complicated to do.
சென்னையில் உள்ள தனியார் மருத்துவமனை ஒன்றில் புற்றுநோய்க்கு புதுவிதமான கொரிய சிகிச்சை முறை அறிமுகப்படுத்தப்பட்டுள்ளது. அது பற்றி விவரிக்கிறது இந்த செய்தி தொகுப்பு.
உலகை அச்சுறுத்தும் உயிர்கொல்லி நோயான புற்றுநோயை குணப்படுத்த கொரியா நாட்டில் அனைத்து மருத்துவமனைகளிலும் ஹைப்பர்தெர்மியா என்ற சிகிச்சை முறை கடந்த 20 ஆண்டுகளாக நடைமுறையில் உள்ளது. அது தற்போது சென்னை நந்தனத்தில் உள்ள தனியார் மருத்துவமனையில் அறிமுகப்படுத்தப்பட்டுள்ளது.
இந்த ஹைப்பர்தெர்மியா ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா நம்ம பாடி டெம்பரேச்சரை விட 1 டிகிரி அதிகப்படுத்துது. அந்த மாதிரி அதிகப்படுத்தும் போது என்ன ஆகும்னு சொன்னா நம்மளோட இம்யூன் பவர், அதாவது இம்யூன் செல் எல்லாம் ஆக்டிவேட் ஆயிடுது. இம்யூனிட்டினா எதிர்ப்பு சக்தியை வந்து அதிகப்படுத்துற செல்ஸ் வந்து ஆக்டிவா இருக்கும்போது ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா வந்து கேன்சர் செல்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்து இது கில் பண்ணுது. நம்மளோட ஓன் எதிர்ப்பு சக்தி பண்ற செல்ஸே வந்து கேன்சர் செல்களை வந்து கில் பண்ணுது. இதுதான் அதோட பேசிக் பிரின்சிபல்.
அறுவை சிகிச்சை இன்றி உடல் அங்கங்களை எடுக்காமல் ரத்தம் மற்றும் வலியின்றி ஹைப்பர்தெர்மியா சிகிச்சை அளிக்கப்படுவதாக தனியார் மருத்துவமனை தலைவர் சொல்கிறார். இதனால் மருத்துவ செலவும் குறைவதாக அவர் கூறுகிறார்.
ட்ரீட்மெண்டோட வந்து மெத்தடாலஜி வந்து என்னன்னு சொன்னா ரொம்ப சேஃப் அண்ட் ரொம்ப சிம்பிள். ஹாஸ்பிட்டல்ல தங்க வேண்டிய தேவையில்லை. அவுட் பேஷண்டா தான் ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் பண்றோம். பிளட் லாஸ் கிடையாது, அனஸ்தீசியா கிடையாது, கீமோ கிடையாது.
இந்த தகவலை அறிந்த சென்னை திருவொற்றியூரை சேர்ந்த பெண் ஒருவர் தமது 3ஆம் நிலை நுரையீரல் புற்றுநோய்க்கு ஹைப்பர்தெர்மியா சிகிச்சை எடுத்துக் கொண்டுள்ளார். சிகிச்சை ஆரம்பித்ததிலிருந்து நல்ல முன்னேற்றம் ஏற்பட்டிருப்பதாக அவரின் மகள் கூறுகிறார்.
அம்மாக்கு 3rd ஸ்டேஜ் கேன்சர், லென்ஸ் கேன்சர். இப்போ இந்த ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் எடுக்கிறதுனால கொஞ்சம் நார்மலாக ஃபீல் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஸ்ட்ரைட்டாகவும் ஸ்டாண்டிங்காக படுக்க முடியாது. இப்போ பெட்டராக ரைட் சைடு படுக்கிறாங்க, நார்மலாக இருக்காங்க. காஃப் கூட கொஞ்சம் கம்மியாக இருக்கு.
குறைந்த செலவில் வலி இல்லாமல் குணப்படுத்த முடியும் என கூறப்படும் இந்த ஹைப்பர்தெர்மியா சிகிச்சை முறையை ஆய்வு செய்து அரசு மருத்துவமனைகளில் அமல்படுத்த தமிழக அரசு நடவடிக்கை எடுக்குமாறு கோரிக்கை எழுந்துள்ளது. தந்தி டிவி செய்திகளுக்காக ஒளிப்பதிவாளர் மகேஷுடன் செய்தியாளர் சங்கரன்.